Our next chapter sees the showcase spotlight shine on an area in which the family built their legacy: tag team wrestling. Starting with the wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, all the way through to more recent champions like the Usos or Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. This dynasty has always excelled in tag team combat.
One of the toughest teams in WWE history.
Nearly 600 pounds of pure savagery.
Is a tag team match set for one fall.
The Steiner brothers getting a tremendous ovation here in their first WrestleMania. And we'll see if they can carry on Michigan's winning ways.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 531 pounds, Rick and
WrestleMania 9 rolling on. With a potential show-stealing match, guys, two very hungry tag teams facing off.
Indeed, Michael, the Head Shrinkers and Steiner brothers are both new to the tag division in WWE, but both teams are off to an amazing start so far.
You have to imagine whichever team wins this high-profile fight becomes an instant top contender for the tag team championship. And with two teams this physical on such a big stage, it is indeed going to be a fun game.
Oh, there's a headbutt.
The Head Shrinkers and Steiners are two of the brightest young teams in WWE. But they both come to this match with a few years of experience in WCW.
The Steiner brothers earned many tag accolades in WCW, but Rick and Scott have their share of singles titles too.
Meanwhile, Samu and Fatu were never quite able to break through before WWE. You know that has to serve as motivation for the Head Shrinkers tonight. There may be an abundance of togas in the arena today, but you're not going to see a lot of Greco-Roman wrestling out of the Head Shrinkers. They're just looking to hurt the Steiners.
And that actually may help Samu and Fatu here. The Steiner brothers have earned most of their wins by utilizing their amateur wrestling skill set. I can't imagine they'll get many grappling opportunities against dedicated brawlers like the Head Shrinkers.
And they were just sent flying on that one. WrestleMania 9 shaping up to be a big night in the tag division, guys.
Indeed it is, Michael. Two great young teams competing now. And later tonight, none other than Hulk Hogan will lead the Mega Maniacs against Money Inc. for the tag team titles.
Oddsmakers in Nevada have the smart money on Hulk Hogan leaving Vegas with the gold tonight.
Samu able to evade.
Jumping headbutt.
Boom. Looks like he knew what was coming up. And now placed in the corner.
Oh, the headbutt. And Scott with the wherewithal to counter. Oh, clothesline. The whole world is focused on WrestleMania 9 tonight. The last thing you want to do is come out on the wrong side of a match like this.
That's right.
No, nothing fancy here.
Tasting victory.
Backed up.
Reverse the leverage and into a pin.
Countered into a new cover. Able to turn it into a cover of their own. Beautiful. Might sneak one. And he manages to kick out at one.
Not getting to two at this point has got to say something.
Did you hear that impact? Stops that offense from connecting.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
Samu and Fatu already some success in the tag division tonight. Could really be their coming out party.
Well, they certainly have a tradition to uphold, Cole. The man in their corner, Afa, has helped. the WWE tag titles on 3 occasions, and he's primed to bring the head shrinkers to the top as well. Each athlete finding an...
And there goes Steiner sent outside the ring.
Fatu like a one-man wrecking machine right now, cleaning house.
Oh, look at this, the power by Scott Steiner.
But the tag was made and Scott not aware. Big kick. Scott Steiner did not see the blind tag made by Samu.
Oh, this is not looking good for Steiner.
And this is what the head shrinkers do. Top-tier tag team wrestling. Steiner didn't see the tag, decided to hot dog around, and got a foot in the face for it.
An elbow will break that up. Before this match began, you heard the Steiner speak backstage. Scott saying, quote, "Me and my brother are going to go out with a game plan and do what we do best, and that's wrestle."
That's all well and good for the Steiner brothers, but Alpha has gone on record saying that his men are looking to tear Rick and Scott's heads off. From the top.
Diving headbutt.
Turns it around.
We're locked in reversals here. Neither competitor intimidated.
His stamina is getting tested here.
Samu making an example of his opponent. Bam!
Dodge is out of the way.
With a clothesline.
And we are really seeing the amazing skill sets of all 4 men in this tag team showcase.
Well, we already knew about the brawling of the head shrinker.
You doing here, Corey?
The colossal clutch.
Is this one over? Is it slipped right underneath, and just like that, he's out of the hole. Big back body drop.
One elevation.
Placed him in the corner here.
Here's the tag. Tandem offense on the horizon here. They have their opponent.
Oh, face first.
That's it. No way the Steiners come back now.
2. Yeah, no, he doesn't get the 3.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there. Oh, man. Kick to the face.
Pin, shoulders down.
Kicking out in time.
Somehow, some way, he is still in this.
No, he is in a bad way. They got busted wide open by that attack.
Rick gets that sent right back to him. So effective.
Leaning on the turnbuckle here.
Fatu trying to ramp things up.
Just like that, Rick finds a counter.
Reversal after reversal. These two have counters for days. Death Valley Driver.
Oh, man, right to the esophagus.
And guys, what a war we're witnessing between the Steiners and the head shrinkers.
This is the trickiest bet in all of Vegas, Cole. Both teams.
Solo has the shoulders down. This could be it. And the head shrinkers get the win.
Here are your winners, Samu and Fatu, the Head Shrinkers.
And what a huge win for the head shrinkers tonight.
Samu and Fatu making their family proud and proving themselves as top contenders in the tag division.
Hey, let's put this into simplest of all terms. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the biggest celebrity on the face of the planet today. Now, whether he's a blue chipper, the people's champion, or as we know him right now, the final boss, The Rock, has always commanded all of the attention in the arena since the very first moment he made his WWE debut at the 1996 Survivor Series. Born into this business, The Rock would become WWE's first ever third-generation superstar, following in the footsteps of his father and grandfather. Who had competed in WWE rings before him.
Dwayne had the huge responsibility. There's a legacy, and you have to take it so seriously.
Even with incredibly high expectations, the Great One surpassed them all. Along with the usual achievements, if your name is The Rock: 2 Intercontinental Championships, 5 Tag Team Championships, 8 WWE Heavyweight Championships, a Royal Rumble victory, not even to forget the fact that The Rock once led an entire nation. The Rock has one of the more noteworthy feats in WWE history, earning WrestleMania victories over Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. Each of these men are known as the faces of their respective era. Each of these men found out what happens when you go one-on-one. Oh, you know the rest. Of course, The Rock rivaled Stone Cold Steve Austin's popularity during the vaunted Attitude Era, tearing opponents down with rock bottoms and people's elbows while tearing them apart on the mic with cutting one-liners and catchphrases that are still recited to this day.
If you smell, know your role and shut your mouth.
He ended CM Punk's 434-day title reign as WWE Champion at the 2013 Royal Rumble as well, after having only competed twice over the previous 9 years, displaying the always-ready mentality and physical conditioning on which he has built his global brand. But you don't need me to rattle off The Rock's resume to you, now do you? Of course not. The man is an occasion unto himself. He has headlined the biggest events against WWE's most iconic superstars and has always found a way to, how does he put it? Layeth the smackdown on some jabroni's candy ass. I couldn't have said it better myself, although I think I may have just done that. But indeed, he has. On a Thursday night in February of 1997, The Rock, still known as Rocky Maivia, would find himself challenging for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Only a few months into his tenure, he would be matched up against a face that would ultimately become one of his most familiar and hated rivals, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Seemingly overmatched by a more seasoned opponent, a youthful Rock would demonstrate all the traits that have come to define him in the years since. Tenacity, high IQ, and that legendary Samoan strength to ultimately surprise Helmsley and kick off the first championship reign for Rocky Maivia. It would be the first step of a journey that has ultimately led The Rock into the pantheon of WWE's elite. So now it's all in your hands. It's up to you to showcase the undying drive that makes The Rock the hardest worker in the room to deliver a shocking upset against the Greenwich snob himself. guide The Rock to victory over Triple H at a very special Thursday, Raw Thursday, to give the first jolt to what would become the most electrifying career in sports entertainment.
And here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight, Rocky Maivia.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring is the challenger from the South Pacific, weighing in at 275 pounds, Rocky Maivia.
A blue chip talent with a bright future.
On his way to defend the Intercontinental Championship, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
His opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 246 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Helmsley is scheduled to face another challenger at an upcoming show this Sunday. And he's taking the risk, stepping in here against the newcomer, Rocky Maivia.
Well, you can consider it risky, you can consider it overconfident, but any way you look at it, it's a dangerous move by Helmsley to take on an athlete who has been on a real roll. Rocky Maivia has been successful thus far in WWE, and Rocky is focused. Rocky is only thinking about tonight.
Saxton, just curious, have you ever exercised your right to remain silent? I am tired of all this talk about Rocky Maivia. Yeah, he's been on a roll, but it could all come to a screeching halt tonight at the hands of Hunter Hearst Helmsley. You can see it in the eyes of each individual. Only razor-sharp focus when this much is on the line.
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance tonight in a match between our refined champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the young challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send a message to the WWE that Rocky Maivia has arrived.
But Hunter Hearst Helmsley will do everything in his considerable power to stop that from happening. And as far as Helmsley is concerned, Maivia is barely even worth his time. And watching from home is Rocky.
No signs of either combatant backing down.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down. Ooh.
Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Ooh.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
There it is, the people's punch.
Close fist connects. What's it going to take for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to retain his Intercontinental title here? How? Look out! Oh, big impact. And Rocky there not showing it. Cobra clutch. Torturing their opponent.
In trouble here.
A couple of elbows to the jaw, and that'll break things up. And conspicuous by his absence is the butler.
Looking to seal the deal, guys.
And the champ only gets a count of 1.
He's not even close to being done yet. Rocky moved out of the way.
Punch right in the head.
Sent out of the ring the hard way.
Soaring!
Oh, no, went big and pays for it.
That misstep could have cost them this match entirely.
A hard landing for sure. Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
Ah, just like that, he's busted wide open.
Opening up the floodgates.
Intercontinental Championship at stake right here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We're expecting an emotional night for all of us, considering that Shawn Michaels will forfeit the WWE Championship live tonight.
Yeah, I saw a very dejected HBK earlier today. I couldn't even get him to crack a smile at all.
Well, that's just because no one's ever happy to see you, Saxton.
Decides to leave the confines of the ring.
Oh!
And give credit where it's due. Rocky Maivia is leaving nothing in the ring in pursuit of the Intercontinental Championship. Caught by the knee. He gets back into the ring. And now he's going to the top rope.
Look out!
Oh, he slips out of harm's way.
Before this match, I was talking to Helmsley, and he said he can beat the snot out of this Maivia kid in less than 10 minutes. In fact, he was showing me on his watch. Did you know he has a timepiece that costs $20,000?
Confident words from Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Not sure how relevant his timepiece is to this match, though, Corey.
It isn't relevant. I just wanted to share an example of how far ahead in the game of life Helmsley is.
Oh, brother.
Headlock. Oh, cheap shot right above the eye. Haymaker connects.
This capacity crowd certainly behind the youngster Rocky Maivia, thinking there could be an upset here tonight. He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout.
What's under? Go behind. German suplex turns the...
The Intercontinental title hangs in the balance tonight in a match between our refined champion Hunter Hearst Helmsley and the young challenger Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia has a lot to prove here. The third-generation up-and-comer would love nothing more than to grab his first championship tonight and send a message to the W... Oh, look at the...
The Intercontinental Championship is on the line here between two superstars who don't have anything nice to say about one another. The challenger, Rocky Maivia.
Uh-oh!
And a counter by Helmsley.
Over clutch cinched in.
In trouble here.
A couple of elbows to the jaw, and that'll break things up.
Eats a punch to the face. Over the top and lands awkwardly outside.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming.
Man.
He's quick to get out of the way there.
Hunter on the receiving end.
Several reversals. Neither superstar able to penetrate their opponent's defenses.
And Byron, Rocky has tremendous exuberance, tremendous youth. He's going to be a star for a long time.
I think Rocky Maivia shows more promise than any other wrestlers I've seen come into WWE. You talk about second-generation wrestlers, but with Rocky, you're talking about 3 generations. This guy is going to be phenomenal.
What's it going to take for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to retain his Intercontinental title here? How can he get the better of Rocky Maivia?
Well, the champ needs to put this young upstart Maivia in his place with unrelenting offense. No time for graceful bows and upper-class taunting. Just beat Rocky down.
Helmsley timed that just right. Oh, man, drop kick.
He's climbing to the top.
Up high.
He fails to connect. Deeper into this match now, and I think it's Helmsley who's reaching peak frustration.
Can't quite put Rocky Maivia away. A testament to the never-say-die attitude of this young superstar.
And he gets it from his dad. He gets it from his... From way up. There it is. Reversal.
Off the ropes and...
Oh, and a big right. Maivia way up high. Sky high. Oof, nobody home. Oh, he flips that around. Rocky beats him to the punch.
And even before the bell rang tonight, I think Hunter Hearst Helmsley has been trying to frustrate Rocky. He's tried to say, hey, schoolboy, into the pin. But the ref isn't even paying attention. Never mind what you're doing. Make the count.
Anticipated that.
Clothesline. Oh, counters right back on Hunter. What a punch. He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
Oh, look out. And coming down with incredible force. Maivia took to the sky and executed that high risk perfectly. I don't think Helmsley had that scouted at all.
Have you ever seen a human being tossed like that? Toss.
Getting him right into the corner.
Both athletes showing incredible reflexes here.
Oh, boom, what a punch. These two trading one blow after another.
Oh, man. So much pride, so much resiliency on display.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs. Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe.
This capacity crowd certainly behind the youngster Rocky Maivia, thinking there could be an upset here tonight. The willpower, the sheer guts of these two. Gets caught with a punch. Hunter whipped into the corner, nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle in a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover. And Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. Official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls it. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Wwe 2K25 wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a stake.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele. Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a win. Hi, Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, will get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
Stop in the leg.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
The High Chief Peter Maivia and George the Animal Steel facing off in a steel cage, each man looking to finally score a decisive victory in this rivalry.
MCL and ACL could have major damage, possibly the fibula. Excellent strategy there.
George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia's called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage. Oh, a cheap shot right above the eye.
George beats him to the punch. We've seen that Steel isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia.
There it is. He could end it here.
And easily kicks out of the count.
Kicking out so early certainly sends a message.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief.
Upon diving shoulder tackle. All that size and momentum landing with a sickening thud.
Escapes out of that attack.
Ooh, kick to the body. Oh, this, what a headbutt.
And Steel is one step quicker.
What a way to get out of that one.
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one. He gets out of the way.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself in WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui. Well, George has certainly seen better days.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
It goes without saying that there is a certain disdain for your opponent when you pull off something like that. Ooh, what a punch.
That's how you stop your
Firing with a straight shot there, answering back. Oh.
Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
Neither competitor is backing down. Ooh.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
Overhead chop. Uh-oh. Headbutt. George the Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better... brawler, guys, the High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation. Got out of there at the perfect time.
Why?
Here he goes, up the wall of the steel cage.
Taking it step by step, climbing onwards and upwards.
And that was an efficient display of offense with that maneuver. Powerbomb! Peter might be very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Oh, no. Getting in position. What's he planning to do here? A stump puller.
And the legs have to be...
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have...
Going for the pin for the win. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock. Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving Titan in hopes to don the... And it's all come down to this. Final. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no...
Lyra has the advantage. She has Nia...
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Lyra says she feels alive every time she flies, and that's what Nia has to avoid tonight, keeping Lyra grounded.
The woman thinks she's a bird, Cole. What do you expect?
It's symbolism, Graves. Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria facing off in the finals of the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament. Who will take home the crown?
Wow, Nia Jax throws a hard punch.
Oh, that opens the door for Valkyria. Club with a right forearm. Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
Well, Lyra's a... technical wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake.
Alabama slam!
Anything can can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth, and Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career.
Oh, gosh.
Nia is lighting up her opponent.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra here. Oh, man, just punishing. What a shot. This superstar making an incredible comeback.
Tapping deep into the energy reserve, still in the fight.
Boom! Read that one. Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes into every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
Boom! That puts her on the offensive.
Look at this serious combination of strikes.
With a vicious series of strikes.
This is quickly turning into a slugfest.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
Slugging away with everything they've got.
And at this point, Nia just punishing Lyra.
This is exactly the pace the Irresistible Force likes.
Oof. What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what.
They are emptying their tanks, going back.
No more holding back, going all out now. Oh, that shot will give you the upper hand.
Oh, Hurricanrana.
In just a matter of minutes, we'll have our second Queen of the Ring. The first, of course, being Zelina Vega.
Look at the high frog splash.
And that took Nia down.
Shoulders are down. Amazing.
Nia Jax refuses to quit. Impressive resilience from Jax here tonight.
Was not able to seal the deal with her best move. Now she's asking, what more can I do? Send it to the corner.
Way to avoid that.
Enzuigiri. Right on. Comes Lyra. Jax in a tough spot now.
Valkyria needs to push even further.
Turn Nia Jax around there.
Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky over the last 3 weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow. Undefeated for...
Look out!
Suicide dive!
No sign of hesitation, and that risk gained big rewards.
Kick to the gut creates separation. She throws her back in.
Ooh, whoa.
Bad sight here, dangling helpless in the corner.
Oh, that opens the door for Valkyria.
Ooh, elbow strike.
Misses the target.
And she's set right into that corner.
Each counter leaving these competitors at a stalemate. Desperation in the eyes of both Jax and Valkyria. Neither woman willing to back down. Both throwing everything they can at each other. Just having their face stomped.
Ed being targeted again, it seems. Nia looking to end this thing. Samoa drop.
There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria to pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call the move by its real name. It's a Samoan driver. You think Nia Jax doesn't have the Samoan driver scouted? Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night. Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE, Triple H, going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, you know, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? You know, he had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins, and he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a no-holds-barred match. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 424 pounds, Rikishi.
We have learned more about Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for The Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. Oh, this man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnake's music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
His opponent, from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texas Rattlesnake.
It's been almost a year since Austin competed in the ring. Austin is a man possessed. Rikishi feels good about running over Austin and said he'd do it again. That man is sick.
Well, Rikishi made two mistakes. One, trying to end Austin's life. And two, not being man enough to finish the job.
Austin's going to absolutely tee off on Rikishi.
This one is going to get ugly in a hurry. It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now pissed off. Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose. Austin out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to this disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to.
Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Austin has rage, and win or lose, he's going to unleash it all on Rikishi.
And landing with the double axe handle. Working to neutralize that arm.
He's looking for something. This could get dangerous.
With all this in mind, take it from me. Nothing good ever comes from rearranging furniture.
Under the ropes and back into the ring. Austin reminding him that Stone Cold is not someone to take lightly. Perhaps looking for some kind of equalizer here.
And here comes Old Faithful. The steel chair is in hand.
And he re-enters into the ring.
Caught with a punch.
We've talked some...
These two going strike for strike. Haymaker after haymaker.
Big shots being fired right now. Neither competitor letting up.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
Neither competitor is backing down.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. This was a headbutt.
Forced to the outside. Not a good predicament to be in. Nothing to do with this altercation. We have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with what Rikishi's done. The Rock is proud to have Rikishi in his family.
No, Corey, what kind of lies are you trying to spread? We've heard Rock say Rikishi deserves what Austin is going to bring him. There's no family pride in that statement.
I'm just saying that blood is thicker than water, and it's been an easier ride for Rock without Austin in the picture. And that's thanks to Rikishi.
Sounds more like Rikishi.
Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all of the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this? Capacity crowd, they want more from Stone Cold. Albany wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth.
Fought off with an elbow.
Scary mindset for the Rattlesnake. Austin has scattered pictures of Rikishi all over his home. Said that every time he looks at Rikishi, he's looking at a dead man.
Yeah, Rikishi taking that as an empty threat, thinking that Austin isn't the man he claims to be. But trust me, when Stone Cold says he has you in his crosshairs, that's no empty threat. Clothesline. Good grief.
And he comes in under the ropes now.
Readjusting the furniture. We know how this ends.
Oh, man. There's been a lot of vitriol coming from fans towards Rikishi these past few weeks. And this Albany crowd is continuing that pattern of disdain.
You think Rikishi cares about the fans, though? No, not at all. He truly believes. He's done something.
And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas Rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel.
Again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this. But he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the Rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him.
And each of these lethal maneuvers have got to be taking a toll.
Jawbreaker!
Call the dentist.
And now thrown back into the ring.
Rikishi driver.
What a vicious shot.
Oh, man, that definitely opened him up. Look out. There is blood in the water. Unbelievable tenacity on display from Stone Cold. Austin simply refuses to quit.
Hey, it might be time for a change of strategy. His best move didn't get the job done. Rikishi finds his target with that one.
Luke. Scooped up. Here it comes. Rikishi. Driver.
Is that enough to take out Austin?
There's two. Near fall.
Austin somehow kicked out. I cannot believe the beating he's been able to endure.
And it may just take going to the well one more time with that maneuver to gain the pinfall.
Big splash.
Steve Austin's down. Could this be the end? Barely kicks out.
What do you have to do to put this guy away?
Rikishi, top turnbuckle. From the top.
Piercing elbow. Looking to capitalize on that move.
Rikishi somehow defangs the Rattlesnake. Damn it.
The winner of this bout, Rikishi!
This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He can be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being, and he can easily change that trend right here tonight.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a three-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga. And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
Intensity on the face of the champion. Challenger in the corner, looking more determined than I've ever seen. Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. On John Cena versus the Samoan bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his...
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
WWE Championship at stake. The undefeated challenger Umaga has run out of targets to beat up on and now finds John Cena in his way. Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey, and his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows. No one can control the Samoan Bulldozer.
And talk about giving a DDT with authority.
Ooh, a nasty shot to the throat.
The referee is so close to calling a countout. Oh, colliding with a barricade. Looks like he's come. Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
Such a unique situation for the champion John Cena tonight. This could be the first time in Cena's career that he comes in as an underdog champion.
That's a credit to the challenger. Anybody would be an underdog against a man that's undefeated. Umaga simply looks unbeatable.
But John will fight you as long as he's breathing. That's the Cena style.
No question John Cena has his work cut out for him, taking on Umaga, who's been aptly named the Samoan Bulldozer for his relentless offense.
Yeah, and while Umaga may not be as refined in the ring as other superstars, his ruthlessness more than makes up for the difference. If Umaga can connect with some truly merciless attacks, then Cena and his title reign could quickly be in trouble.
Could really use a sense of urgency right now when it comes to getting back in the ring.
And here he is, heading back into the ring.
He beats the count. Barely. Draped across the top rope.
Oh, clubbing forearm. Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan Bulldozer.
An uninterrupted surge against Cena here.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now.
Samoan drop!
Oh. He doesn't have much time to get back in the ring. Cena doing what he can to halter the beatdown.
But Cena still has to do more to get this fully in his favor.
Returning back to the ring. We almost just saw a count out there, but the match continues. And this one's taken to the outside.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound... Samoan Bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight going head-to-head, putting each other to the test. Boom!
Feels like a hockey fight's just broken out. Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Slugging away with everything they've got. Ooh.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out.
Big elbow drop.
And I could look at Umaga, and he reminds me of Yokozuna, whose unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet. He's thick.
Take it over!
Going for the win here.
No, he kicks out. The champ is pinned. We might have a new champion here. A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
A truly impressive kick out this late. Backs them off with a headbutt out of nowhere. Suplex! That was a massive suplex. There's core strength, and then there's what we just saw.
From the top, the leader of the C-Nation.
John Cena is pulling out all the stops, trying to keep Umaga down.
Are you...
Here's Cena.
Swinging the elbow to halt the offense.
In Umaga.
Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
Here's the pin. Title could be decided. Shoulders are down. To retain. No, stops the count at 2.
And you got to think he's just one final blow away from not kicking out next time.
Right to the face.
My God.
Oh, Cena got caught with the reversal. Clothesline.
Good Lord.
So effective.
Propped up in the corner. Both superstars countering one move after another. And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look
Out
out!
a headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows he's supposed to hurt his opponent.
Having no conscience is what has set Umaga apart. If he gets confused and the bloodthirst takes over, that's where Estrada becomes useful by directing
Up high!
Whoa, look out! Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost?
And he gets set back into the ring.
We're about to see it! Attitude adjustment! The champ delivering when it counts.
He got him! He got him! Cena got him!
Here is your winner.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him, like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga. No question John Cena has his work cut out for him taking on Umaga, who's been aptly named the Samoan bulldozer for his relentless offense.
Yeah, Umaga may not be as refined in the ring as other superstars. His ruthlessness more than makes up for the difference. If Umaga can connect with some truly merciless attacks, then Cena and his title reign could quick
Cutaway takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Shoulder pin. Early cover for the title. He's got something else in mind, I guess.
Umaga sidesteps that.
He's able to reverse it.
Super kick. Umaga proving to be a relentless super heavyweight. Determined on becoming the WWE champion tonight. He almost got caught by that one.
And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs. His calves, they give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet.
He's thick. He's strong.
Watch out! Oh, he paid for that. High risk.
Big forearm. Short clothesline hits its mark.
What a reversal.
Look at the power from Cena. Face first.
And Cena finds himself on the receiving end. Heading to the outside now.
Sharp punch. And here we go. It's popping off. Ooh.
Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe. Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Two titans trading strikes and refusing to back down. Who will break first? That is the question. Ooh. Oh, right to the throat. Ooh.
And with the attacks Umaga has been delivering, you have to think about internal injuries mounting on Cena now.
Target acquired and destroyed.
And into the turnbuckle he goes.
And Cena.
And Corey, you know there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Pulls their opponent in, belly to belly. Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think, here it comes. Samoan spike.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
Makes the cover. He kicked out at 2.
That was a matter of a fraction of a second.
And now the Samoan bulldozer going to have to dig.
Here it comes.
Samoan spike.
We might be moments away from crowning a new champ.
New champion. An undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Umaga!
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan bulldozer has wrecked his way.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. Two bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features two Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
Two roughneck teams ready to use this extreme rule stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team extreme rules match and accompanied by Paul Ellering at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akam and Razor, the authors of Pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-minute warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of Pain now have 3 minutes.
And at a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-minute warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's an irregular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These two hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-minute warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-minute warning.
We got 3 minutes. Warning in the Authors of Pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen.
He goes for the cover. And he easily stops the ref's count. Still in it.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition. Going for the pin.
And he kicks out at 2.
He got close there. It could be do or die time.
Looking to go up high.
Incoming.
Diving hammer strike.
Slips out the back door on a chop block. He is looking to do some serious harm.
He's reaching under the ring for anything useful. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined arms colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight.
He's headed out to the ringside area.
The steel chair. Looks like he's opted to go with a simple but effective statement here.
Goodness gracious.
That was a showing of control and aggression. Something they'll want to keep up.
Oh, man.
Proof these superstars have done their homework.
Boom! Both lines.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
Despite his toughness, Jamal actually looked pretty bothered by that one.
Yeah, Aiken looked confident going on the attack.
And a third!
Guys, we should really watch out. This could spill over here in an instant. Oh, man, he is more than fired up right now.
Oh, didn't see that one coming. Oh!
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. A man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a legendary running back before playing college ball in Hawaii. Imagine being pancaked by the force Rosie brings. Oh! I'll just leave it at this. Nobody comes into a match hoping to get chucked around like that. Oof! Kick to the gut. Oh, brutal forearm. Agonizing.
Aiken avoids the attack.
Watch for the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a lot of tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warnings, thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse.
Holy, meet the barricade.
Got out of the way.
An all-out attack from Rosie.
AOP has no answer for the havoc coming from 3-minute warning.
And he throws the opposition back into the ring. Boom! Driven into the barricade. Punch him in the chest. Oh, he slammed his face right into the barricade. Get this back into the ring now.
Battle of counters. No one's getting their full offense in.
Nice takedown. Stacked it up. Hold it over. This is a choke.
Letting his opponent out of the pin.
Yeah, gotta wonder what he's thinking.
Uh-oh.
And what need is there to go? And he goes for the pin. Holy kick out.
He's definitely struggling to keep him down at this point. Ooh, and the damage is just going to keep on coming if you can't find the defense for this. Man, what a clothesline.
Ooh, he's climbing the turnbuckles to the top. Looking for something big here. And a blast off. Splash.
Forget it. AOP just fell to their demise.
He quickly slides into the ring.
Going for the cover.
Oh, they're cheating. Come on, man. No, kick out.
How does anyone kick out at this point? This is a whole new level of chaos and brutality.
This could be all over.
No, he gets the shoulder up.
I am shaking my head in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up.
Jamal going up.
Taking flight.
Crash landing. And now he's back into the ring. And this one might be headed ringside.
Down on the ground, getting pummeled by that hammer. He's feeling it. Got him in his sights.
He manages to slip out of the way.
Caught the leg.
A clinic of counters being put on by these competitors.
This building is rocking right now. Can you blame him? Boom!
Oh!
Forearm after forearm
awfully close to ending it all there.
Sliding back in under the ropes here. Ouch.
And it seems like his head might be the target here.
Able to fight out with a punch to the face.
Endless attack here. Looking for more damage here. Release back suplex. Ouch. Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy. Vicious, downright savage club right there.
Well, the hood of the announce table just ripped off here on the monitors as well.
Some bad intentions here, guys.
Shoulders down. Does he have it? He kicks out at 2.
This is insanity.
Did you expect anything less? That's scary look.
Shoulders down. Razor might be down for the count. And keeps his partner alive. We got 3-minute warning and the authors of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing. Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There's nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it.
We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome and painful match to watch.
Authors of Pain taking on 3-minute warning in a match that feels created for them. Extreme Rules.
From the top.
They're feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down, and stop right there. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and walk away.
Look at it, catch him off guard.
Easily kicks out of that one. Likely just trying to sap out some energy with that cover.
And that was an efficient form of offense with that move. Akam with a course correction. Strong impact. And that clearly blocked Razor a bit.
Yeah, Rosie came prepared for this matchup.
Gosh, what impact. You've solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move. Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds.
Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
And he gets the shoulder up before 2.
He is certainly sending a message, getting his shoulder up before 2.
Caught an elbow to the gut for that effort. Headbutt to the back of the neck. He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad. Right there, 2 out, Saxy like a car. Striking down the axe handle. And Rosie gets warded off. Shoulder tackle. Setting up for something here. Fighting free there, and that can be all the space that is needed. Watching the style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warning's thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse. A table! And guys, I don't think there will be from the heavens. Only time might risk attempt.
We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but hey, Pump handle locked in.
Death Valley driver.
That's it. 3-minute warning are done. Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done. Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor, representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
That cannot be what that table was meant for.
Stop right in the gut. Oh my goodness, dribbling.
Pin attempt by Akam. Quick count out after one.
Wow, I thought this was over.
Fishing for something beneath the ring. Rosie and Jamal tell the victims that they will feel the 5-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to...
This could do it for the win. We can't be far from the finish line now.
Yeah, he could really use a miracle right about now. This is a whole new level of chaos and brutality.
3-minute warning, and AOP just keep upping the ante on each other.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count.
Now heading outside. Boom! Running FTO plants him.
Nicely done. Ooh, slows that down with a well-placed kick. Boom! Oh my. This match is spread out to our announcer's area.
Let's hope they take it back in the ring soon.
Oh my God! Akam avoids the attack.
Countering each other again and again. The counters with a knuckle sandwich. What a display here. Counters on both sides. When you're in an atmosphere like this, when you can't hear yourself think because the crowd is so loud, you find a way to do superhuman things. That's what these combatants are doing here.
Evasive maneuvering there.
Oh, man.
Fast thinking saved him there.
And what a clothesline.
Oh my gosh!
And he gets delivered back into the ring. Oh, no.
Oh, not to the belly!
A reversal. He saw that coming.
The back suplex imminent.
Follows up. Shoulders down. 2.
He kicked out. Oh, my God, he kicked out.
He refuses to stay down.
Pure instinct.
He's looking to take things to the outside now. Calculating the next move here.
Running power slam.
Right out of ringside and back to the mat. Where's Rosie going now? And he slides him back to the mat. Clearing off the announce table. This can't be good.
Nothing but bad intentions in mind, I'm sure.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God, what a move. Going straight to the top turnbuckle. Flat out power into the scoop.
Watching! Oh, gosh! That looked like a
Lift-off. Crash landing.
listen to this place! It's electric!
From the middle rope.
Oh, a splash! The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE...
Doubling takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Look at.
And now a pin of their own.
We got 3-minute warning and the authors of pain clashing tonight in what should be a harrowing Extreme Rules match. Considering the teams involved here, it comes as no surprise that we have medical teams standing by backstage.
Yeah, these are two of the most merciless and physical teams we've ever seen. Lasting bodily harm isn't just highly probable in this match, it's essentially guaranteed.
I can't wait to see what these teams do with the rules thrown out the window. They're free to be as creative as they want in their pursuit of absolutely annihilating one.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight.
Many would call the AOP and 3-minute warning equally brutal. How can one of these teams get the edge in this head-to-head contest?
It's true they're well matched, but AOP tends to be the more methodical and calculating of the two teams. If AOP can get control of the pace and smother 3-minute warning's chaotic in-ring style, they'll be in a position to win this.
Oof, and all the impact brought to the knee.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
Rosie and Jamal told the victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
What a splash!
The sheer point for the cover. Shoulder up, and the referee ends the count.
Could be in search of a second win now.
Any one of these attacks could cause irreparable damage, but I don't think you can come back from this many.
Lift off!
Oh, God, terrible landing on the outside.
I don't care who you are, you're not the same after suffering a crash landing like that.
Oh, look at this.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one's safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
Every successive move is putting their opponent in a dicey situation.
And a series of vicious stomps. Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts.
Oh, no, they're coming this way.
Oh, what a headbutt. Watching the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warnings, thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse.
He's making his way to ringside now.
Oh, diamond-plated steel coming at you.
The steps connect. I hope we just watch it.
And Rosie being out-wrestled there.
Yeah, Akam looked confident going on the attack.
Samoan drop! And he slides him back to the mat. Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 275 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie plays aggressive, getting out of control.
You gotta be kidding me!
The table!
Rosie left an opening for the counter.
Counter after counter. Neither superstar getting the clear advantage.
He looks absolutely gassed here.
Could be getting into a dire situation soon. He avoids the contact. Oh, man! Oh, man! This is a whole new level of chaos and brutality.
3-minute warning and AOP just keep upping the ante on each other.
Flying!
Oh, man, he landed right there.
This could be the end of the night for Rosie. He gets the kick out after the one.
I am shaking my head in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up.
Clearly hoping something nefarious is beneath the ring.
Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down. No, what a club. Razor cuts him off.
And you can see the offense was aimed directly at his skull.
Just remember that attacks to the head like that can build up quickly.
And gets tossed back into the mat. Heading for the top rope. We'll give her something big here. Take it over.
Go for the win here.
3-minute warning might just be done messing around.
These one counts are going to get harder and harder to kick out of.
He's heading back to the ring.
And into the cover. Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw, and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi
This new generation. Female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
Contract for a championship opportunity is hanging from the rafters. 5 women fighting for their destiny. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to the ladder and close to the briefcase. Oh, it has to be pumping right now.
Needs to focus and pull it together.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank. And she heads out to the floor.
Obviously was in need of a breather.
This battle is spilled into the ringside area and is drawing dangerously close to our table. And the boat struggling a bit to stay afloat there. She's ready to take this match to the outside.
Picture perfect example for when you just want to put someone down with authority. Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
This is the chance. Could be the only one.
Every second up there is allowing the opposition to recover.
Better hurry. Any opening could be the opening. You just have to go for it.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. The crowd is going absolutely crazy right now.
They know this could be it. Might be a little overzealous going for it here.
Too late to stop now, though.
Oh, she's taking her share of blows at this point.
What a clothesline!
Ouch! That move was a thank you shot to the so-called...
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was ordered to a week in advance. You are almost certain.
This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone. This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch looking to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. Contract for a championship opportunity is hanging from the rafters. 5 women fighting for their destiny.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or up high.
And now here's Carmella.
From up top, right onto the target outside.
That is kicking things into a whole new gear.
Tamina landing heavy offense on Charlotte.
Charlotte thought tonight would be an ascension to her throne. Tamina's here to ruin that dream.
Uh-oh. Has to find a way out of this.
Right across the larynx.
And Becky there wasn't looking her best when she took that shot.
Natty putting some old school know-how behind that maneuver.
Man, oh man. Powerful contact by Tamina. A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was ordered to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
And it looks like that hook is causing a lot of problems up there.
Victory is within reach now.
Time is your enemy here. I just don't know if there's enough of it to get it down. Carmella trying to snatch the contract.
History in Mella's hands.
This is so tense.
The WWE Universe is waiting with bated breath.
Look at this. This could be it. Carmella has the briefcase. Mella is Miss Money in the Bank.
Your winner of the Money in the Bank.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina. This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch are going to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. Contract for a championship opportunity is hanging from the rafters. 5 women fighting for their destiny. And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center of the ring there. A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Seems to be struggling a bit up there.
Yeah, sweaty palms making this difficult. Have to move fast. Time is of the essence.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
She goes back into the ring.
Clothesline, forcefully delivered.
And she may be cunning, but even the veteran Lynch didn't have that attack scouted.
Yeah, Natalya showed that Hart family wisdom.
Lifted and completely helpless here. Right to the throat. Oh, what a right! And some attitude behind it. And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms. This fight seems to be heading in our direction.
Be ready to evacuate, gentlemen.
Reaching!
So close to victory.
Looks like scaling the ladder was the easy part of the job. Unhooking the prize is a big challenge.
Bats with a punch to the gut. Shot block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee. You have to admit, that was a small bit of offense, cutting your opponent down to size like that.
Strong takedown.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion. The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands.
Going for a power slam, slips down from behind. Now an inverted DDT.
Hey, that's my water bottle.
Don't worry about that now. Just get out of the way, Saxton.
No, you know what? Stay right there, Saxton.
She's headed out of the ring.
Looking for a little more breathing room.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women grow up for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Hands must be shaking up there, making it difficult to capture glory.
Reverse DDT.
Throws her back in from ringside.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder? And Becky anticipated that.
Natalya knows exactly what she's doing, and it is not good for her opponent.
Climbing up. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder or retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No counting. Look at this, Byron. That turns it around for Carmella.
And you still need to...
Swept through and escaped. That was pretty. She had that scouted. And Lynch was scouted there. Lynch in the arm. Not done yet. Any heartbreaker. Hammerlock. A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity. No way. To Charlotte. Taking a fight to nowhere.
Closed fist punch to the jaw. That's one way to break up a move. Counters on top of counters, and these opponents are at an impasse.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
Any chance the table will be set up for a lovely spread? Never mind, that never happens. Somebody's likely going through it.
You can see Charlotte's expert game plan experiencing a minor hitch there.
Maddie putting some old school know-how behind that maneuver. No muss, no fuss on that delivery. Someone clearly doesn't want this match to go on much longer than it has to.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Charlotte and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Nice calf kick, great elevation.
Getting that ladder in position.
Right in the middle of the ring.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly. Going to the highest point here. No! Caution to the wind.
The ladder was just turned into a launch pad.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. Focus on obtaining the prize.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation.
Uh-oh. Got out of the way that time.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Fends it off. Good counter. Carmella might need to start leaning on her in-ring IQ after an attack like that. Charlotte pulls on.
Lynch has got it.
She's trapped in the submission. This won't cost her the match directly, but it could do a lot of damage for the future.
And the agony has no reason to end as we see her tapping out in pain. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There's no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity. What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder? Fast movement gets her out of the way.
And that was an effective attack, guys.
Oh, boy, now with this ladder being set up out there, the Mox was standing by.
Spinning out through our house desk. She's going for it.
She certainly is. She can...
Tamina's absolutely wrecking shop on Natalya, making sure the veteran won't have the strength to climb a ladder at all.
It's just a matter of time now.
No room for error on top of the ladder.
Maybe this isn't a good position to go for it.
Yeah, it certainly seems to be having trouble up there. Driving him down.
He lost some of her stamina at this stage.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start breaking down.
Ooh, stiff punch.
Charlotte with a nice move.
Nasty chop delivered by Charlotte. Natural selection.
The Queen has put an opponent in the dirt, and now the ladder to her throne awaits.
Chair shot delivered.
History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny, willing to go through hell for it.
Reaching for the prize.
The longer this goes, the more likely we can see a hard crash back to the canvas. Natalya trying to reach out for the contract.
Well, the history books. And once more.
Could be mere seconds away from unhooking it now.
Obviously, this is about movement stones.
No. Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win? She's grabbing at the prize now.
I assure you, this is even harder than it looks.
Trying not to fumble around too much here.
Well, there she goes. Exiting the ring, taking the action outside.
Put down face first. Kick to the back.
A deafening cheer from the WWE Universe is reverberating around it.
Carmella with a super kick.
Charlotte doesn't have a chance of coming back from that maneuver. This is dangerous. This is frightening. Oh, my God.
Carmella's eyes are growing wider now. Is this her chance to climb the ladder and become Ms. Money in the Bank?
Overcrutch in the final miscarry takeover.
And Lynch falls victim to some big impact there.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less. This is a risky play, but could be the only opportunity all match.
It's going to take some time, but you got to just keep going.
Now Natalya sent to the outside with authority. And she's fine taking this to the outside.
Slam!
Lynch. Suplex roll through into the armbar submission. Disarm her and is cinched. It's got to be...
Slides right out of the disarmor. Caught with a lariat.
That's one way to use a ladder.
The WWE Universe showing the love for these superstars who have given them so much tonight. Ladders in position. Gonna make the climb.
And that holds Becky back.
What a shot.
And she is not going to let just anybody waltz run at that ladder.
Lands a timely reversal. Placing her in the corner.
Off the ladder now. Let's see if this is ripe for the picking.
Working on the hook here.
All eyes are glued high above the ring.
And outside she goes. What's her plan here? Quickly up the ladder she goes.
What in the world is she thinking now? Taking flight.
Body splash. Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
How much longer can this really go on?
These are the moments professionals train for. When you are at your breaking point. Back into the ring now.
Oh, God. Head up that ladder. Center of the ring. The prize is in sight, but is it in reach?
Time is your enemy here. I just don't know if there's enough of it to get it down.
Tamina might have it here.
Are we about to... That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the...